Yo, what's up, troops? Yo, it's XL. Yo, there's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. All right, yo, this video is about happy wife, happy life. It's the biggest lie. Okay? Now, where all this stem from? This stems from social conditioning, as we already know. Social conditioning, Hollywood, okay? And it's the whole concept of if your wife is not happy, when you're home, there's hell to pay. All right. So I guess she's gonna hold back on sex, and it interprets, that she's holding back on sex. She's not happy with you. You're not able to get her, involved to love you, or she's not feeling your vibe or whatever it is. Back in the old days, however they said then, she wasn't groovy, or she didn't find you groovy, or whatever they said back in the days. But you wasn't appealing to her if you didn't take care of her needs and wait on her hand and foot. So, and this is the problem, okay? Because we, as we know these days, it doesn't work at all. It may have worked before, back in the old days, because back in the old days, women didn't have the options they have these days. They have more independence. Back in the days, they had to count on guys to take care of them, to forge the family, okay, to settle down, okay. So they waited around for guys all day long. They didn't have Facebook and Instagram and Kick and all the other Twitter and all the other Snapchat and whatever's going to come up in the future. They won't have that stuff, obviously. But now the world's so much smaller because we are all connected, okay, to a large degree, where we can just tap a phone and we can see someone across the world in a second, in a second. So back in the days, guys were scarce, okay. Don't forget, people died younger back in those days, the 30s, and died in their 40s and 50s. They would die. Those are good lives. You lived in your 50s. It was a good life. People worked hard and they died early. So now we live longer, and we're going to continue to live longer. So women have much more options. Not biologically, though, because their clock still, they have that small window I talk about as far as childbearing, and continue to evolve the human condition. So their job is still that small window, but their options are abundant. They can choose from anywhere. So they have much more choices now. They can just pick and choose who they want to deal with. So that's the problem. Now, so this happy wife, happy life concept is a total blowout. It never did work. Women were forced to be with their husbands because they had nowhere else to go. Okay? That doesn't mean it worked. Now they have options. They flex their muscle now, their female muscle, because they can. And they've been dying to do it. Okay? If you wait on her hand and foot, she's been dying to get the hell out of there and break north from your ass. You understand? But now guys can't hold the girls down, and they're losing their shit. And here's the problem, guys, with this whole phenomenon of happy wife, and they still say it now on TV. Happy wife, happy life. Ha ha ha. Ho ho ha. Silly. Okay? They keep reinforcing these old concepts that don't work. They never did work. But now women letting you know they're letting you know it doesn't work anymore. Okay? We on our own. Women's rights, this, that. Okay? So let's move on. Now, when you fall into this fray of what society says how we should behave with a woman, we should, make sure she's happy and she's not upset. Don't want to get her upset. Oh, so when you start acting and behaving that way, you go, now here's the things that you want to try to avoid. If you do this kind of things, you're going to notice the following things happening to your physical and your mental state if you're not already doing this stuff, okay? If you are doing any of these things here, you need to stop it, okay? You want to do it, don't do it, okay? It seems harsh, you want to be nice to your girl, you want to treat her right, you want to make sure she's happy and all that. That's one thing, but she'll be more happier when you understand how she works. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now, okay? So, that's a big lie, happy wife, happy life. That's bullshit, okay? That's bullshit, okay? So, what's going to make her happy? Because what's going to happen is this. If you start doing happy life concept, okay, what's going to happen is you're going to fall into a pleaser mindset. Why? Because you want to make sure she has what she needs. You're going to wait on her hand and foot, okay? And when most women, you wait on a woman hand and foot, and any woman can tell you this. Any woman will tell you this. They appreciate it at first. That's a nice gesture. But it gets annoying as fuck because you're waiting on a hand and foot. Do you need this? Oh, let me get you some water. Did you get did we get you yeah, can I get you? You know, that's annoying. You understand? She's gonna find that very, even a good girl, this Sally Purebred, in the beginning she'll say, oh, that okay, no, women taught to be nice, they taught to, you know, have a little curtsy and be likable and all that kind of stuff, flexible with the man, you know, understand? But that's annoying, okay? That quickly becomes annoying, okay? To the point where, and you're doing this stuff, and they won't say anything to you at first, you know, let it rock for a little bit, you understand? But they will start to, that become annoying because what happens is you start becoming, as you're starting to become a pleaser and not knowing what she wants, you lose all frame altogether, okay? Because now you become suppletive, okay? Your dynamic with her, your male-female interaction becomes suppletive. So now it's not really about what you want. You're more trying to please her. And women find that shit annoying because they don't want to decide. They don't want to be the ones to make decisions on what you're going to do, this, that, or whatever. But still, you know, you're waiting on her for. You're afraid to upset her, okay? That's a problem, guys, okay? Because that behavior is going to create, boredom, okay? And you say, I'm being nice. Why is she being so? It's going to create bitchiness, okay? It creates her being bitchy, okay? Now, for example, you don't believe me? I'll give you a perfect example. You ever watch these sitcoms, situation comedies like Everyone Loves Raymond, you know, except his wife, you know, where he's, honey, what do you want to do? And she's running around, she's doing this, talking about him, and she's putting him down, and, you know, he's sitting on the couch like most guys do, okay? And his drive in life, there's no drive in this guy. There's no ambition. There's nothing he really wants to do but make sure his wife is happy. He'll pretend he doesn't do, like, he'll sit around the house and not do anything or whatever it is, but she's always bitching. So he, at the end of the show, he's always trying to make sure she's happy, okay? And not even that. Look at the other show. There's a bunch of them out there, but in particular, there was the longest running shows. I'm going to give you the best examples of those would be like that Kings of Queens, also King of Queens. Leah Remini, she's again he's trying to make sure she's happy. He does his thing, but then she gets pissed off. She puts him right in check. You see that? They give him a little bit more of a man, you know, interaction. He's a guy's guy. He's a sports guy. He's a jock. He used to be a jock in school, whatever it was. But he's a regular guy doing a regular job. He's happy, whatever. But when it comes to her, when she's not happy, everything stops. And the brakes come on. And at the end of the show, he always ends up apologizing to her or coming back to her. Whereas these women are unapologetic. That's what you're gonna find if you're waiting on a woman hand and foot, and you're a pleaser mindset, which is beta mindset. It's very, very beta. Okay, most guys do this. And then meanwhile, you want to make sure your wife is happy, your girlfriend's happy, and that's right. But you're doing it the wrong way, not the way she needs. What she says she wants. What she responds to, totally different things. And here we go. We got more proof of this. Proof evident. What more information do you need than this? Okay? I mean, that's why the sitcoms are funny. They're funny shows because it's not supposed to happen that way. You understand? And when you do what those guys are doing, you're going to get what they get. A bitchy woman, someone's not happy, and you're air drying a pussy right off the cuff. You're just air drying a pussy. That's what you're doing. She don't want nothing. When they lay in bed, they put their arm on her. Hey, babies. Especially the Raymond show. You know, he was like, hey, rumble in the streets. And she's like, oh. She doesn't want nothing to do with him. Because in her mind, she can see limp dick. You know, it's sexual, but that's the vibe. And her nervous system translate that behavior to a limp dick. You understand? Because he's weak. Okay, you can't be limp and weak and strong when it comes to fucking because you don't have the fortitude. It's already in you. You know, what's in you is weakness. So you're gonna get more of that out of her. That's a weird way to think about it, but that's how women think when it comes to the sexual anatomy. They translate that to the anatomy of these guys. Okay, now Because if you start doing the pleasing and trying to make sure she's happy and she's not happy, you're always indecisive. That creates the next level of indecisiveness. Because now you're indecisive, you don't know what she wants. I don't know what you want. I'm trying to please you. I don't know. Da 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 da. And in our own lives, we see women like that don't know what they want. They cause you to start to decide what the fuck do you want? What do you want? And that's the problem. Okay, that's another problem right there. And like these shows, right? I mean, it starts from childhood. It starts, okay. Whereas you got those Nickelodeon shows where they have the Super Soaker commercial, for example, these Cookie Crisp and all these other whatever cereal commercials. You always see the dad playing with the kids, not the mom. You always see the dad playing with the kids. You understand? And they create that mindset for the kids coming up. That's why I put this information out here for you young guys to know that's not how it really is. Okay, so and older guys that forget, because a lot of times these guys, as you get older, you end up, as you become less sexually performing. I don't know, but if you are, a lot of times that creates that indecisiveness you have. You're indecisive. You want to please her, so you do what she asks, and you want to make her happy, so you can get something in the bed going. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. If you make her happy, she'll want to give you some sex. That's not how it works. That's external. You're giving her stuff external. Okay? You're holding her hand. You're walking. You're trying to buy her something, or you try to get her. You make room at the house for her. You clean the house up all nice for her to come home from work, and she's okay. House been cleaned up fine. That doesn't spark her emotions on the inside, guys. So it's not gonna work. She may give you some pity pussy, maybe. But then she's still in the bed at night. She's like this while you're while you on her. She rolling her eyes like this. So it's not from the heart. So you want to get to the heart part of her situation. You understand? So in other words, so let's get on to the insight. If you're indecisive like this and you want to know what she wants, talk to me. I don't know. I'm trying to find things that make her happy. And the more you're doing, the more you're slipping down to this slope, this deep slide into trying to please, indecisive. These are all feminine traits. Women are indecisive. They want guys to make the decisions. So when you're doing that, you're in a feminine frame automatically, guys. All right. So you don't want to get caught doing that, because what's going to happen is she's going to see you, and she's going to appreciate some of the stuff. Now, a good girl will appreciate it. She's going, wow, he's so nice to me. He's such a wonderful, wonderful man, right? He's so nice. He's such a good guy, And she goes to tell her coworkers, "Oh, how's your wonderful husband? Oh, he's so awesome. He's wonderful. He's a good guy. Good guy." You become the good guy, friend zone, roommate guy. Okay, now you're her roommate. She sees her love for you is like a good friend and a roommate who gets it. You guys get in on occasion. Okay, you're friends with benefits. She's put you out of that frame. You're not in a lover frame whatsoever. She's not excited to get home to you. All right, why? Because you're doing all the things that makes her happy, right? Which is good, which is what she wants, right? But you're predictable. Okay, you come home, she comes home, and the plate's on the table, or you got her favorite thing out, or whatever, a favorite drink or something, or who knows? But you're still placating to her needs. Okay, that's boring for women. Women want to go out and get you to. God, he won't do what I want. I'm not saying be an asshole, but what I'm saying is this is an overkill. Treat them right, but this is overkill. Okay, you're never going to be doing all these things, guys. This is because once you're in the friend zone with your wife or your longtime girlfriend, it's just a matter of time before you're out the door. It's just a matter of time. Okay, this can go on. This can go on a couple of weeks, a couple of years, a couple of decades. Okay, and beyond. So, and it's as long as she can tolerate that needy behavior, because it's all this indecision, the pleasing mindset. It's all the beta, and it's needy because you're physically trying to make her happy. Physically. Women are emotional. You're physically trying to make her move things for her, and this, that. So now, with all these things being said, and it's not working, naturally you're going to lose confidence, right? You're going to lose confidence because nothing's working. She's not happy. I don't know what I've done everything I can for her. So you go to the store and buy her something from the store. She's not. Oh, this is nice. Thank you. She fucking throws shit on the fucking it's under her bed or something. An hour later, she's dropped it on the fucking floor somewhere, or the dog's playing with it. You know, or whatever. But the fact of the matter is, you're not getting to the core of what she needs you to get to because you don't have the confidence to penetrate her emotions. That's a problem. She knows that. But you don't know that. She gets it. It's ringing loud and clear. And now in her mind, she's thinking, this is my life now. You got to always think about that, guys. Women always think about, they project ahead. They project ahead. They got, even when they were little kids, you know, when they're growing up, these girls, when they're 13, they're thinking ahead. They're thinking ahead of us. We playing and skateboard and all that, but they're thinking ahead. They're thinking ahead. They're already thinking about marriage when they're little. They're putting Bobby and Ken together. Oh, we're getting married, go in the car, get in the house. You know, we're like, what y'all doing? Kick the fucking toys. We don't give a shit, right? Hey, we kick the fucking toys like, I'm fine. You know, and you, and the guy kicking the toys, guys, the guy kicks the toys or gets the double dutch and fucks the double dutch up. That's the guy they like. You see? And the guy goes, hey, man, don't do that. Leave him alone. The white knighter. He gets no play. He's a friend. He's the friend at the prom. You understand? So that's just the nature of the beast, guys. It's just the nature of the beast. But you shouldn't. That whole frame of being that strong and get out of fucking toys and shit. You know, Mom, you kick my toys or whatever. So that shit is fucking fun, man. You're giving her a challenge. You know, you're like, fuck out with that girly shit. You know, you're not saying that because you're a kid. You're just implying it. You know what I'm saying? So with this frame here, you lose all that shit. Nothing's happening here. So now, because now all these things aren't working, you're naturally going to lose confidence. Now, confidence is the number one thing women want out of a guy. You got a wife, a girlfriend, a longtime fiance, and you have no confidence? How long is that going to last before she gets tired of that? Because you have the number one most attractive trait that she's looking for. That number one trait, you don't have it. You got 0 on that one. You got 0 on that trait. 0. You have no confidence. And then when you do get upset with her, you won't verbally say it. It'll be a question, or why don't we do this anymore? How come I can't, is there a problem with this and that? You're asking. You understand? That's even more annoying. That's just like, oh. Women are fucking crazy, man. You give them what you lay it out for them, man. You lay it out for them, they don't want it. Just like a cat. You give a cat food, you go get it. You put they meow meow. You get the food and you lay it out. If they go meow meow, and they'll eat it. They say, oh, you know what? It's 3 o'clock. Let me get her food for her. You'll get her food. She's like, I don't want that shit. You're like, what the fuck? It's 3 o'clock. What the fuck? Cat will walk away and do some other shit because it didn't ask for it. You just assume that the cat's going to keep you overfeed. Now the cat's like, I don't want that shit. Same thing, guys. Feminine nature, man. So listen. But you lost your confidence. So once you lost your confidence, that's it. She really doesn't want to touch you, man. She doesn't want to touch you at all. Okay? You're a nice guy, roommate, and the marriage has no zip, no zap. There's no mystery because she knows what you're going to do every time you do it because you do it all the time without rocking the boat. Okay, you don't want to rock the boat, right? Happy wife, happy life. And you'll find yourself a very lonely man talking that shit. This bullshit is the biggest lie you can, in any relationship, that's the biggest lie ever. Women will tell you that. Any woman will tell you that. Any woman will tell you that, man. So, how do you fix this? This is the antidote. How do you fix it? First of all, look at my other videos, actually, and you'll know that a man's supposed to lead the interaction. He's the leader. He's the decider. He decides the interaction. You understand? He creates the emotions inside of her, okay? He elicits those implicitly inside of her, okay? How a guy makes a woman feel is how she responds to him. She responds to how he makes her feel. And that's power. Because he didn't go, hey, here you go, I got this diamond ring for you. Women love diamond rings, right? That's an easy win. But when you give a girl a diamond ring, she's not going to sit there and give you no ass because of it. She'll say, oh, he's trying to get some ass now. What else you got? A go-getter's going to say, yo, what else you got? I want to fly somewhere now. You know, you feel like, oh yeah, well, I'm booking a flight right now. Matter of fact, you're right on time, you know? And that's how you say, oh, she's a gold digger, this and that. No, he was trying to get something for it. He was trying to trade for favors. Okay, dollars for ass. That's all he was doing. High class pimping. That's it. He got pimped out. He didn't get what he wanted. You're a gold digger and shit. No, you gave with expected to get something back. Okay, you took an investment, you risked, and you lost. Okay, sometimes you lose risk, sometimes you lose some investment, sometimes in life. That's the risk you take, right? But this shit is free, guys. It doesn't cost you zero. Okay, because if you can create, you should be able to create the emotions inside of her. That's what's valuable. You see, guys don't get that shit. So this is the antidote. Lead the interaction, guys. You lead the interaction because you're the boss. You're in charge. You don't sit there and ask her, you know, you can ask her schedule, because if you don't know it, obviously you're going to ask her schedule. But if you're just meeting somebody, you don't know anything about it. You can just go, hey, we're going to eat now. Hey, let's go fucking go here. We're going to get burgers. And I say, I'm fucking going to the burgers, motherfucker. I break out with burgers, motherfucker. You know, I'm a vegan, you know. So you don't do that. But getting to know a woman, getting to know her, what do you do, this, that, you first warm up to her. Then you can decide from all the information you're getting how to, boom. Or you can even say at the time, how you feel about burgers, or how do you feel about this? What's your favorite meal? Ask her that kind of thing. What do you like to eat mostly? Are you a health nut? This, that. During your questioning, she'll say, yes, I'm a vegan, this, that. Then you already know, okay, I know to take her somewhere where we can have both. Got it? Be smart about this shit. Don't be no fucking, you know, be smart, guys. You guys are smart. Come on. If you're on this channel, you're smart enough to know, you know something. Okay? You got some kind of insight. All right? So use it. All right? So, and the last thing I want to get into is, because if you keep that frame, you got to make sure that your plans revolve around you. Her plans got to say, you got to listen, when you make a schedule with a girl, you schedule based upon your plans, not what your schedule like. You say, listen, I have a few days off here and there. I got Thursday, Fridays. I'm off Tuesday, Thursday. I got some free time on between Thursday and Wednesday. What's good for you? That's what you say. You put that shit in a frame. You know, look at my schedule right here. You know, I got from Tuesday to Thursday. You know, I got some free time. What's good for you? What works for you? I can get loose on Thursday, between Thursday and Friday, or I can get loose between Sunday and whatever days. What works for you? Then she'll go, okay, he doesn't have a lot of time, so I got a small box to work with. He's got shit going on. It's implied. Okay? Use it. All right, guys? So, that's all I'm saying about that, but keep your frame. You make the plans. Don't play your schedule around her. That's boring. So let her if she likes you, she's gonna find a way to get into that frame. Period. Okay, and that's just the power position for you. That puts you in power. You want to be starting from a position of power, because at the beginning, it's a trade-off. It's a power play, and you can't lose that power play ever. Okay, so you set the frame. She's basing her schedule on your plans. So she's gonna work around your schedule. Okay? Makes her work for it. She feels she's investing. Okay? She's gonna put her heart into it. If she's into you. If she's not, you're gonna know off the rip. Here's my days, here. What's good for you? Oh, I can't do any of that. Maybe next week, the week after that. And then she gives you a date, fine, you move it on to that date. She does it, she's not really interested. You understand? So that's an easy way to weed them out, okay, from the gate. All right. So, and what's going to happen, what helps you the most, like I said in a previous video, is when you have yourself, you're running the show, but you hold your standards. You keep your standards. What happens with these guys is try to please a woman because they drop their standards, and they say, oh well, for her, she's different. She's different. No, they're not different. They're not different. You hold your frame for every single girl the same way. You understand? You can be flexible, but I say if it's going to compromise your standards, don't do it, because that's not who you are. My standards are hard. I have a hard standard. I have a very high standard. I want certain things. If it's not there, we're not there. But there's somebody that is going to be there. Quite a few. There's an abundance. There's a bunch of women that fit that frame and boom, boom. I mean, I want that then. I'm like, you know what? I want something else now. But I have the options. I have the abundance. Just like they do. Okay? No different. Okay? I mean, That's just how it has to be, guys. You have to have the frame. You're the leader. You're the decider. At the end of the day, you're going to control where the family goes, how the relationship moves forward or not. Okay? She wants a guy's going to make the decision. She wants to have fun in your world. She wants to be in your world, have fun, not making decisions outside of your world for everybody, and you got to follow her. She doesn't want that, because then she's being a fucking masculine man. She doesn't want you to be feminine in your masculine frame and enjoy. Okay? The masculine energy that you put out there for her. She wants to enjoy that. Women love that type of shit. You want to get in there. They want to get in there and just be under your realm. Okay? Yo, that's so hold those standards up. Okay? And just keep those. Those are very important. All right? I mean, here's the deal. Here's what I always say. When the king is at ease, the kingdom is pleased. I'll leave you with that one. Yo, it's XL. And I'm out.